Chapter 4 How to Train Your Dragon. Ha 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 ha. Snotlot was laughing so hard that he hadn't managed to say anything at all. The boys were hanging about the village gates, taking the opportunity to show off the dragons that they had caught. Hiccup had tried to walk through without being noticed, but Snotlot had stopped him. "Let's see what pathetic creature Hiccup has got," said Snotlot, and took off the lid. "Oh, it's brilliant! Look at it," said Snotlot when he finally got his breath back from laughing. "What is it, Hiccup? A brown bunny rabbit with wings? A flower fairy? A fluffy flying dog? A frog?" "Gather around, everybody, and see what magnificent animal that our future leader has caught himself." "Oh, Hiccup, you're useless," cried Speedy Fist. "You're the son of a chase, for sore sake. Why didn't you get one of those new monsters Nightmare with a 6-foot wingspan and the extra extendable claws? They're really mean killers, they are." "I have one," grinned Snotlot, gesturing to the terrifying-looking, flame-red animal fast asleep in his basket. "I think I shall call her Fireworm. What are you going to call yours, Hiccup? Sweetums? Sugar Lips? Baby Fists?" Hiccup's dragon took this particular moment to give a huge yawn, opening his tiny mouth wide to reveal a flickering, forked tongue, very pink gums, and absolutely no teeth at all. Snotlot laughed so hard, Speedy Fist had to hold him upright. "Toothless!" cried Snotlot. Hiccup had found himself the only toothless dragon in the uncivilized world. That's too good. Hiccup the useless and his dragon toothless. First Legs leaped to Hiccup's defense. "Well, you're not allowed that monster's nightmare that you've got there, Snot-faced Snotlot. Only the son of a chief is allowed a monster's nightmare. That Fireworm dragon is Hiccup's by right." Snotlot's eye narrowed. He grabbed Fishleg's arm and twisted vicious behind his back. "Nobody is listening to you, you phantom-hearted fish-legged disaster areas," sneered Snotlot. "Thanks to your sniveling, sneezing disability, that whole military operation was nearly a total disaster. When I'm chief of this tribe, the first thing I'm going to do is boot anybody with a pathetic allergy like you're straight out into exile. You're not fit to be a hooligan." Fishlegs went very white in the face, but he still managed to gasp out, "But you're not going to be the chief of this tribe. Hiccup is going to be the chief of this tribe." Snotlot dropped Fishleg's arm and advanced menacingly on Hiccup. "Oh, he is he?" sneered Snotlot. "So I'm not allowed that monster's nightmare, am I? Our future leader is keeping very quiet about it, isn't he? Come on, Hiccup, I'm stealing your inheritance. What are you going to do about it, then, huh?" The boys all looked solemn. Snotlot really had broken an ancient Viking rule. "Hiccup should challenge you for the dragon," said Fishleg slowly, and everybody swerved around to look expectantly at Hiccup. "Oh, brilliant," muttered Hiccup under his breath. "Thank you, Fishlegs. My day just gets better and better." Snotlot was a great brute of a boy who didn't really need Dog's help when it came to bashing people up. He wore specially constructed, bronze-tipped sandals in order to cause maximum damage when kicking people. Hiccup tried to stay out of his way as much as he possibly could, but he couldn't ignore this insult to his status. Now that Fishlegs had helpfully pointed pointed out, without looking at like a crowd in front of the other boys. And if you became known as a crowd in the Hooligan tribe, you might as well go the whole world hog and wear a pale pink jerkin, take up playing the harp, and change your name to Ermentrude. I challenge you, Snot-faced Snotlot, for the dragon Fairworm, who is mine by right, said Hiccup, trying to hide his reluctance by speaking as loudly as firmly as he could. I expect your challenge, said Snotlot super fast, grinning all over his horrid, smug face. Axes or fists? Fists, said Hiccup, because axes were a really bad idea. I shall look forward to showing you how real true hero fights, said Snotlot, and then he remembered something. After the initiation thing on Thursday, though, I don't want to stub my toe or anything while I'm kicking you all around around the village. Hiccup might win, Fishlegs pointed out. Of course he won't win, boasted Snotlot. Look at my sporting ability, my Viking courage, my capacity for mindless violence. I shall win just as surely as I'll be chief of this tribe one day. I mean, look at my dragon and look at his dragon. He pointed mockingly at Toothless. The gods have spoken. It's only a matter of time. In the meantime, Snotlot carried on, I shall live in fear of being grummed to death by Hiccup's terrifying, toothless turpin. As Snotlot sauntered off in a lordly fashion, giving Hiccup a nasty kick on the shins as he did so. Sorry about the challenge, Fishlegs apologized, after they had left the baskets with the dragons in them under their beds at their homes. Oh, don't worry about it, said Hiccup. Somebody would have gotten me to do it anyway. You know how they all love a fight. Fishlegs and Hiccup are going to the Great Hall to look for a book Gobber has recommended, How to Train Your Dragon, by Professor Yobbish. As it happens, confided Hiccup, I know a bit about dragons already, but I haven't the foggiest clue how to start training one. I would have said they were virtually untrainable. I'm really looking forward to getting some tips. The Great Hall was hullabaloo of young barbarians fighting, yelling, and playing the popular Viking game of Bushyball, which is very violent contact sport with lots of contact and very few rules. Hiccup and Fishlegs found the book tucked away in the fireplace, particularly in the fire. Hiccup had never noticed it before. He opened the book. I have included the basic replica of How to Train Your Dragon by Professor Yobbish here, in order that you can share the experience with Hiccup of opening that book for the first time. Full of hope and interested and expectation, you will have to imagine that the cover is unusually thick, with huge golden clasps, and that some scribe has covered in extraordinary fancy glittering. It looks very inviting indeed. How to Train Your Dragon by Professor Yobbish. Big Axe Books, 10th Anniversary Edition. Winner of the Best Books for Barbarians Gold Award. This is about the author. Chapter the first and last. The golden rule of dragon training is to yell at it. The louder the better. The end. That's it, said Hiccup furiously, turning the book upside down and shaking it, trying to see whether there was anything other than that single page of paper inside it. Hiccup put the book down. His face was unusually grim. Okay, Fizzlex, he said, unless you're any better at yelling than I am, we're on our own. We're going to have to work out our own method of dragon training.